Hey there, everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice, and welcome to another presentation of our 71 season, where we're playing Seaver 71 season using Deep Drive Baseball. This is a game between the New York Mets and the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley Field. Deep Drive. Wrigley Field is 0 to 5. 6 to 9 is going to be a deep out to the center field to the outfield. For the Mets, the lineup is going to be Buddy Harrelson at short, Kenny Boswell at second, Tommy Agee, the center fielder. Batting cleanup is Cleon Jones. The fifth place batter is Steady Eddie Kranepool in right field. Sixth place batter is Don Clendenin, the first baseman. 7 is Bob Aspromonte, the third baseman. Duffy Dyer, one of the first time he catches for Seaver. I think the first time all season that someone other than Jerry Grody catches for Seaver, and this is July 22nd, 1971. We're already almost 4 months through the season. Now, Seaver in actuality was 10-7 at this point with a 2.21 ERA. In the replay, I believe he's 10-3 with a 2.80 ERA. So not too far off. We're right about to get started. It's going to be Milt Pappas on the mound for the Cubs. Milt Pappas was 17-14 with a 3.50 ERA. And we're playing Deep Drive Baseball. The way you play Deep Drive Baseball is you roll 3d10. You read the red, and the white, and then the green is going to give you the out. And then when there's a runner on base, I throw 20 to see if there's a 1. And that is representative of that creates the probability or the possibility of a wild pitch or a pass ball and so on and so forth. And that's only going to happen when there are runners on base. So we're right about to get started. You get all the players with this game. It's on PDF only. It's $12 for a season. They got about 6 or 7 seasons. And it's a lot of fun. It plays very quickly. These cards are very easy to read, very easy on the eyes. Buddy Harrelson, let's get going. Play ball, screams the umpire. That's going to be 2-4. That's going to be an out off Buddy. We're going to see what kind of an out. A 1 that's popped up, middle of the infield. Second baseman Becker is under it, 1 away. So Milt Pappas retires his first batter. Kenny Boswell steps into the box. He's a left-handed hitter, and on deck is Tommy Agee. Here's the pitch from Pappas, a 76 and an 8. That's a fly to center. Drifting over is Brock Davis. Squeeze it for the out, 2 down. Here comes Tommy Agee, the right-handed hitter. No Pappas with the pitch. And that's a 30. That's a strikeout. 3 up, 3 down. I got this scorecard from Digi Dugout. You can get every single scorecard for any season, any game. Just print it out, find it, pull it up, and print it out. Don Kessinger, Glenn Becker batting second, and Billy Williams in the third hole. Cleanup is Joe Pepitone, came over to the Cubs for a year or 2. Ron Santo batting fifth to third base. Jim Hickman, the right fielder, batting sixth. Batting seventh is Brock Davis in center field. Batting eighth is Chris Cannizzaro, the catcher, and Milt Pappas batting ninth. Here's Tom Terrific. Here's a pitch from Super Tom, and that's going to be a deep drive. And that's a 4, so that potentially could be a home run. Don Kessinger doesn't have a lot of home runs, but on a 0-2, he drives one deep to right center field, and back goes Kranepool, and that is out of here. Leadoff home run for a guy that barely hits any home runs. Holy smokes, but with those 2 rolls, those 0-1, 0-2, 0-3, that sort of thing. I think we rolled a 0-1 and a 0-2 back-to-back. And that's a leadoff home run for Don Kessinger, who hit 2 home runs the whole season and happens to hit one right off the bat against Tom Terrific. And again, a game that's been televised nationally. All right, Tom Seaver to Glenn Becker. And that's a 33 and a 0. That's line and caught by the second baseman, Kenny Boswell. Next is a left-hand hitting Billy Williams. That's a 69. That's strike 3. First strikeout of the day for Tom Terrific. And it's Joe Pepitone. That's a 17, and that is a ground ball and through the right side for a base hit. 2-out single for Pepitone. He's an average runner. With 2 outs, he'll move up 1 too fast. Ron Santo, we got to throw that D20, see if there's a 1 there. And we don't get it. That's a 19, and that's a base on balls. So Seaver's struggling a little bit here in the first inning. Not usual for Tom Terrific. And a 50, a deep drive, and a 1 off Hickman. Holy smokes, this could be a 3-run shot right here. Holy bananas, what is going on here? And that ball is off the wall, and that's going to score 1 for sure. Ron Santo will score right behind Pepitone, and Seaver's down 3-0. A 2-run double by Jimmy Hickman. Holy smokes. This doesn't happen very often. But Seaver is struggling here in the first inning. And now it's the lefty, Brock Davis. And a 39, and that's going to be a ground ball to the first baseman, Clendenin. Steps on the bag. And that retires the side. But the Cubs pick up 3 runs on 3 hits and a walk. And they lead at 3-0. Go to the top of the second, Cleon Jones. So I expect Seaver to settle down from this point on. Tough inning for Tom Terrific. 37 and a 5, and that's grounded to the second baseman, Beckert. Whips it over to first to get Jones by half a step. Jones hustling down the line. And that is an 81 and a 4, and that is chopped to the shortstop, who waits back. Now Kissinger charges over to first, and in time to get steady Eddie Kranepool. Don Clendenin is up now. Big part of that 69 World Series team. That's a 52. That's a deep drive off the bat of Clendenin. And that ball is 1 hop off the wall, splits the outfielders, and Clendenin's in there with a 2-out double. Missed a home run by just a little bit. Just got on top of it just a little bit. Aspromonte. Runner on second, 2 outs. That's a 62, and that is a ground ball and base hit center field. Clendenin looks like he may score. It's a question mark. We are going to roll. We're going to try to score Clendenin here, and that's an 85. I don't know. He may just hold up. An 85, he holds. So Clendenin stops it, takes a big turn, and then thinks twice. First and third, and it's Duffy Dyer. 3-0 Cubs. They got the Seaver early. That's an 84 and an 8, and that's a fly ball. Shallow center. Right there is Davis, makes the out, and that retires the side. No runs, 2 hits. The Mets lead 2. Go to the bottom of the second. Deep drive baseball. Can't see the die roll. Let's get – oh, yeah, you can. All right, let's get that in there. It's Chris Cannizzaro. Bottom of the order. So Seaver should have an easy time with it. 47 and a 2, and that is a comebacker. Hit hard, but Seaver stabs at it. Feels his position and throws out the catcher, Cannizzaro. Milt Pappas now. Milt Pappas batted 154. Here's a pitch from Seaver, a 32 and a 7. That's a hard hit ground ball to the shortstop. Buddy Harrelson, high throw, but nice stretch by Clendenin. 2 away. And top of the order, Kissinger homered in his first at bat. That's strike 3, and that retires the side. Second strikeout for Seaver. No runs, no hits. We go to the top of the third. Easy inning for Tom Terrific. And he steps in the box. Here's Milt Pappas. A 29 is a strikeout. So second strikeout for Pappas. Seaver back to the bench. Here's Buddy Harrelson, the switch hitter, batting from the left side. And a 22 is going to be an out, and a 9 is a fly to center. Right there is Brock Davis. Squeezing for the out, and stepping in the box is Kenny Boswell. We're going to get a defensive call. and that's a 67. And Becker is going to feel that. Over to first. 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the third. 3-0 Cubs. Glenn Becker leading it off. Against Tom Terrific with a 16. That's a single. Little base knock to left center field. Billy Williams. Williams doesn't strike out very much. We're going to try a hit and run on him. And there he goes, a 66. That's a strikeout. And actually, what's the rule on that? Hold on a second. I may have played that wrong. All right, I got the modifier says it's a 7. That's a strike. Roll again. Okay, so there's no. All right, so he is going to be, there goes the throw down from Duffy. Oh, he's very fast. Holy smokes. Hold on a second. Roll has to be greater than the steal rating. Nope, it's a caught stealing, so he is out at second base. And Pepitone, no, that's going to be Williams. He's a lefty, so it's going to be a 2-6 caught stealing. And Williams is going to bat, and it's a 92 and a 0. And that is line and caught by the second baseman, L4. 2 out. And it's Joe Pepitone. So you had Becker thrown out at second base. So 54, and that is line base hit center field for Joe Pepitone. 2 out, run around first. And Ron Santo walks. And right here, he is going to fly out deep left field. To the track goes Jones. Makes the catch. No runs, 2 hits. And we go top of the fourth. 3-0 Cubs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Seaver's allowed 5 hits so far. So he's struggled a little bit today. And it's going to be Tommy Agee leading it off. That's a 77 and an 8. And that's a fly ball. In the gap. Run down by Brock Davis. So Agee gave it a ride, but the center fielder got to it. A 59 and a 9, and that's going to be a little blooper that drops in there. So Jones with the Texas Leaguers on the first. And steady Eddie Kranepool now. Throwing that deep 20 to see if there's a wild pitch. Nothing there. That's a 16, and that is ball 4. So the Mets have a little something going here. First and second with only 1 out. And here comes Don Clendenon with good power. Don Clendenon hit 11 home runs, 300 bats. Proportionally, that would have been a 22 home run season, which is not too shabby for this time period. So here's the pitch. And that's a 58. That's going to be line drive base hit. And Cleon Jones is going to score. Cleon Jones is going to score from second base. Let me just make sure something. Leon Jones, he may be average. Oh, he is average. So then that means, let's see. Yep, he scores. All right, so and Kranepool will also advance to third base. So first and third and 1 out. RBI for Don Clendenon. Lines 1 into left center field, cut off by the center fielder, Brock Davis. Over to third is Kranepool, and scoring easily is Cleon Jones from second base. Good speed. And RBI for the big first baseman. Here's Bob Aspromonte. Infield's back for the Cubs in the top of the fourth, 3-1. That's a 58. That's line base hit, and that's going to send Clendenon to third. 3-2. RBI single for Bob Aspromonte. Played on a hop by the center fielder, Brock Davis. It's a guy that has 2 first names, Brock and then Davis. All right, Duffy Dyer against Milt Pappas. Oh, that's a 1. We may see a wild pitch pass ball type thing here. That's a 62. That may be an automatic. 62 is, no, it's a potential balk, a D or an F balk, and he's an A balk, so there's no balk there. It's a rare play. Those balks are rare plays. Very unusual. Duffy Dyer. Here's a pitch. That's a 68, and that is going to be a defense result. A 16 takes us to range. This is interesting. What's going to happen? Will they get to it or will it drop in? A 70, it looks like it's going to drop in. And it's a little blooper to left field. Left fielder Billy Williams hustling after it, and I don't think he's going to get there, and he does not get there. That drops in. The tying run scores. And stopping at second, it's Aspromonte. RBI single. Little bloop single, 1 out. And the game is tied. Duffy Dyer comes through. Muscle that ball just past the infield and dropped right in front of Billy Williams and left. All right, so Milt Pappas switching into some hard luck. Let's take a quick drink. The Mets have 4 singles and a walk in this inning. They scored 3 runs and tied it all up. It's all tied at 3 apiece. Let me find my drink. Here it is. Super thirsty. I don't know why. All right. Tom Seaver with runners on first and second. And we're going to let Tom Terrific swing away. Here's a pitch from Pappas. That's a 25 and a 0. That's lined and caught by the first baseman. Will he step on the bag and beat Dyer to the bag? I don't know, and he does not. So Dyer gets back just in time. Almost a double play. If you roll 0-0 to 0-9, it's a double play. And we go to Buddy Harrelson. Bases loaded. No, I'm sorry. First and second. 2 outs. Here's Bud Harrelson. That's an 84 and a 2, and that is a ground ball to the first baseman. Pepitone flips to the pitcher. Pappas covering, and that retires aside. The Mets pick up 3 runs. They tie it all at 3 on 4 hits and a walk. And it's going to be Hickman, Brock, and Cannizzaro against Tom Terrific. And 61 is strike 3 on Hickman. He swings and misses at a fastball, low and away. Brock Davis now. It's a 54, and that's going to be a ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. So Brock Davis on with a single. Chris Cannizzaro. He grounded back to the pitcher in the first at bat. And in this case, it's a 19, and that is a defensive result. See what happens. And that is a 79, and the 79 is going to be a ground ball to the shortstop, Harrelson, who charges it, fires to first in time to get Cannizzaro. Moving to second is Davis. 2 outs, runner on second base. Milt Pappas up. And it's a 35 and a 6, and that is ripped to the shortstop. Buddy Harrelson, who throws to first, and that retires aside. No runs, 1 hit. We go to the top of the 5th, all tied at 3. All right, deep drive baseball. Kenny Boswell. Top of the 5th, leading it off against Milt Pappas. I'm going to read that red die and then that white die. Throw 3 D10s. Very simple game. 24 and a 3. And that's going to be in the out section. And that is a slow grounder to Santo. He charges. Bare hands. It fires to first. And, just gets Boswell by half a step. Great play. Web gem by Kenny Boswell. There were no web gems back then. But here comes Tommy Agee. He steps in the box. First pitch lines it right past Papa's ear into center field for a base hit. So 1 out, 1 on. And it's Cleon Jones. Cleon Jones is a good hit and run guy. Not really. 31, and that's defense. What makes a good hit and run guy? A guy who doesn't strike out very much. Look at that. That's crazy. 67. 63. All right. And that is a ground ball to the first baseman who bobbles it, and everybody is safe. E3. So Pepitone is going to be charged with an error, first error of the game. He's going to put runners on first and second now for Eddie Kranepool here in the top of the 5th. It's all tied at 3. Going to throw that D20. See, looking for that one. No, we don't get it. And that is a 0-5. That's a deep drive off the bat of Kranepool. And this ball is off the top of the wall. And in to score is AG. And let's see. Jones is going to, they're going to wave Jones around, see if he can score. And no, I don't think he does. I think he may be thrown out. Let's see. 80, he holds. So he stops at third base. So it's an RBI double for Eddie Kranepool. Eddie Kranepool is playing right field today, so it's right field. All right, but he picks up a RBI, and it's Don Clendenin. Four to 3 Mets now. All right, here's the pitch to Clendenin. That's a 22 and a 6. That's strike 3. 2 outs. Clendenin back to the bench. Bob Aspromonte. And the pitch to Aspromonte, and that is ripped to second base. Beckert over to first, and that retires the side. But the Mets pick up 1 run on 2 hits and an error. And they lead it by a score of 4 to 3. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Tom Terrific against the top of the order. Dom Kessinger homer in the first inning. And he makes an easy out here. Ground ball to shortstop. Throws him out at first. 1 away. Glenn Beckert next. That's an 89 and a 5. And that's ripped to second baseman Boswell. Sidearms at the first. 2 down. And so Seaver settled down. And the minute you say that, guy strokes one. And that's going to be a double for Williams. In the gap splits the outfielders. After it is AG. It's a 2-out double. And it's Joe Pepito now. Oh, that's my second red die. I don't want that to go flying. All right. And that is an 89, a 5. Hard hit ground ball up the middle. And after it is Boswell gets there. Fires to first. And in time, great play by Kenny Boswell. And Seaver gets out of that inning. Leaves a man stranded there at second base. Top of the 6th. 4-3 Mets. Leading it off is going to be Duffy Dyer's got an RBI single in this game. Tom Seaver's still in there. They got to him early on, but since then he settled down. In the last 4 innings, allowed 3 hits. 4 hits, actually, in the last 4 innings. His tough inning was the first inning after 2 outs. They had a single, a walk, and then a 2-run double, and that really hurt him. All right, it's going to be Duffy Dyer against Milt Pappas. And that's a 12. That's a strikeout. Pappas' 4th strikeout of the game. Tom Seaver steps into the box. He's a pretty good hitting pitcher and fielding pitcher. That's an 86 and a 7. It's a fly to left. Can of corn for Billy Williams out there, 2 out. And here's Buddy Harrelson. It's a 27 and a 4, and that is a ground ball, second base. Beckert throws him out, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. Go to the bottom of the 6th. Tom Seaver versus Santo, Hickman, and Davis. Mets are up 4-3 in this one. That's a 95 and a 0. That's line and caught by Boswell. 1 down. Hickman at the plate. He's a right-handed hitter. On deck is Brock Davis, the center fielder. That's a 39 and 8. And that is a fly to center. Backing up, squeezing it for the out is Tommy Agee. 2 down. And now it's Brock Davis. Brock Davis is 1 for 2. He's single and last at bat, 28. And a 3, and here he grounds one to the third baseman. Across the diamond, and in time, 3 up, 3 down. We go to top of the 7th, 4-3 Mets. So Tom Terrific. Really looking terrific. In these last few innings, Kenny Boswell leading it off against Milt Pappas. 50, that's a deep drive off the bat, off the pitch. It's a wheelhouse pitch, and Kenny Boswell gets a hold of it. See what he does with it. And that's a deep drive and deep to right field. And back goes Hickman to the track to the wall. That's out of here. 5-3. Mets leadoff home run here in the top of the 7th by Kenny Boswell, who only hit 5 home runs, but he gets a hold of a Pappas fastball and drives it over the left field fence. And it's Tommy Agee with a 61, and that is line base hit center field, played on a hop by Brock Davis. So there's some action in the bullpen for the Cubs. That's a 55, and that is going to be line drive base hit. That's going to send Tommy Agee to third, first and third. And that, my friends, may be it for 3 hits in a row here in the top of the 7th. And in the game, that is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, that's going to be it. Let's quickly look at the roster. Let's see the roster real quick here and see who they can pop us in the first 4. All right, 25. Tompkins, Bonham for Regan. I'm gonna bring in close game. We're gonna bring in. It is a 5-3 game. We're gonna bring in Phil Regan. What do I do with my? Here they are. Is you get all the players. You get a stack of cards. That's what I love about deep drive baseball. You get every player. You get almost. Almost every pitcher has his own batting card. So right now we're looking for Phil Regan. Phil Regan last year was 81 or 82, and he was the pitching coach for the Mets. Pretty amazing. There's Phil Regan's batting card. Let's see if we can find his pitching card now. And we may have to pull a double switch. We're going to have to check and see where Regan's batting, where the pitcher is, when the pitcher is up, to decide where Regan is going to bat. Oh, there's his pitching card. All right, great. So in comes Phil Regan. He's a righty. And we'll be facing Eddie Kranepool, a lefty. That's okay right now. What are you going to do? All right. So here comes Regan. Regan had a 3.93 RA, was 5-5, 48 games. And it's going to be infield in for the Cubs, 5-3 Mets in the top of the 7th. And that is a 21-3. With the infield in, a 21's and an out, a 3 is a ground ball, and going home is Agee. No, with nobody out, he's going to hold. So it's a grounder to the first baseman, and that moves Cleon Jones to second base. So that's one of my house rules. I hold with nobody out at third base just to keep. I do that for both teams. And it's a 12, and Don Clendenin. Here's a pitch to Donnie Clendenin, a 67, and that is base on balls. That's going to load the bases. So Regan walks Clendenin, infield's still in with only 1 out. Here's Aspromonte. And Aspromonte with a 69, and that's strike 3. Big K for Phil Regan. And here comes Duffy Dyer. Duffy Dyer with a 58, and that is a base hit. That's going to score 2. In to score is Agee, followed by Cleon Jones. So that's 3 RBIs on the day, and Clendenin is going to go to third. A 58, and 2 RBIs, and it's first and third, and Tom Seaver now. And we're going to let Tom Terrific bat. Now it's, how many more? That's 2 more, so that's going to be 7-3. So Mets have taken a nice lead. And here's the pitch to Terrific. That's a 28 and an 8, and that is strike 3, and that retires the side. So Regan picks up, he actually got the pitched to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 batters and picked up an inning pitched. I was going to say he picked up 2 outs, but no, he got all 3 outs in that inning. And everybody scored on Pappas. That was 3 runs on 4 hits. The big hit being the Duffy Dyer 2-run single with 2 outs. And it is 7-3 now. Actually, let me see. They scored 3. And no, it's not 7-3. Actually, it's a 6-3, I believe. And I need somebody to play center field, and that's going to be James. It looks like James can play center field for me. So James is going to come in the 9th spot in center field, and then the pitcher is going to go into Brock Davis' spot. So let's see if I can pull James here. See where he is. I found him, Cleo James. And he will be batting in that 9th spot right there. All right, so it's going to be Cannizzaro, James, and Don Kessinger. Oh, thank you. All right, Chris Cannizzaro, 61, and that is strike 3. So Seaver blows the high cheese past Cannizzaro. He flails at the ball. And here's Cleo James. Cleo James had 172 plate appearances, batted .287. That's a 0-7, and that's going to be line base hit left center field. Played by Tommy Agee. Gets it in quickly to Buddy Harrelson. So bottom of the 7th, Mets are up 7-3. Don Kessinger. Kessinger homered earlier in the game to lead off the game against Tom Terrific. Some action in the Mets bullpen now, some movement. That's a 2, and that is a comebacker to Seaver. G1. Will he go to second with a runner on first? B, lead runner. So Seaver turns around, fires to Harrelson, throw to first, and not in time. So it's 1-6 fielder's choice. Kessinger's on at first. All right. So 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. It's no 1 on Kessinger. Glenn Beckert. Beckert is 1 for 3. He's lined out, singled, caught stealing, and then grounded out to second base. Tom Terrific still looking terrific in this game. Had a tough first inning, but since then he's really settled down, and this is going to be an easy out. Fly to center, Tommy Agee. Drifts over, squeezes for the out, now retires aside. No runs, 1 hit. We go to top of the 8th. Leading off is going to be Buddy Harrelson against Phil Regan. Phil Regan can go at least 2. He's got a 2 on his card there. Man, I'm thirsty. All right. Buddy Harrelson. 13, that's ball 4, so Buddy walks. And Kenny Boswell is going to square the bunt. We're going to throw that pitch, see what kind of pitch it is first. He's going to square and a 0-7. It's going to be a base, potential base hit, I think. With an 8, it says sacrifice. No, it's a sacrifice to the third baseman. Charges it, fires the first. And that moves Harrelson to second base. Tommy Agee with the runner in scoring position. Pitch from Regan. That's a 36. That's line. This could be a double play. That's line and caught by the third baseman. Throw to second, and no, Harrelson gets back. So it's L5. 2 out. And here's Cleon Jones. They're going to walk Jones. Jones is probably the Mets' best hitter. Gonna intentionally walk Jones to face Kranepool. And that's a 76 and a 6, and that is ripped to the second baseman. Becker flips to Kessinger, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, 2 walks, 2 left on base. Go to bottom of the 8th. Can Tom Terrific pitch and pitch these next 2 innings and pick up a complete game? We don't know. We'll see what happens. It's going to be Billy Williams, a lefty, Joe Pepitone, a lefty, and then Ron Santo, a righty. So there's definitely action. There's Danny Frizella and Rod, I think it's Ron Taylor in the Mets bullpen. Here's the pitch to Williams, and that is going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. Coming on strong is Aspromonte, fires to first, and low throw, but scooped out by Clendenin for the out, 1 away. Here's Joe Pepitone. Joe Pepitone with a 14. That's line base hit to right field. So Pepitone is on with a single, and here comes Ronnie Santo. Oh, that's a 1. And we got a 49. This could be a wild pitch. 49, wild pitch B, C, and D, and F, and he's a C. So goes to the backstop. So Ryan overthrows there. Seaver overthrows there. Goes back to, hits the screen on a bounce. And now it's Ron Santo with a runner at second base, and we're throwing that D20 again. And that's a 16. That's base on balls. So I think this is going to be it for, we got a righty, and then we got the pitcher coming up. So we are with runners on first and second. That's going to be it for Tom Seaver. Tom Seaver, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits. 9 hits allowed. Struggled a little bit in this game. And he walked 2. Struck out 1, 2, 3. So it was not, the typical masterful Tom Seaver today. He's just a regular pitcher today. He went 7.1, and the Mets are going to bring in somebody to get out of his jam for him. It's going to be, let's see, you got to believe. Let's bring in. Let us bring in. Let's see. Taylor could come in, but no, Frizella could come in. You know what? We're going to bring in Frizella. Danny Frizella is going to come in. All right, so it's going to be Hickman against Danny Frizella. Seaver's out, but Seaver's in line to win it. And that's a 77 and a 3, and that's ground ball to third base. And Aspromonte's going to go to second for 1. Actually, first and second with a G5. Let's see what that is. First and second with a G5. That's a C, which says runner on second slower than the runner on first. Pepitone and Santo. Let's see. No, they're the same. Okay, so field forced out. Otherwise, runner on first is forced out. Yeah, 5-4, fielder's choice. First and third, 2 out. And here comes the pitcher spot, so we're going to get a pinch hitter. And who's that pinch hitter going to be? That's the question. 7-3 Mets in the bottom of the 7th. Tom Terrific got pulled. It's Frizella who's trying to get Seaver out of the inning. Let's see what we got here. The pinch hit. Papa's going to go left. F8 McKay. And then now we're going to look and see who can pinch hit. Lefty Webster. We're going to bring in Webster. I don't think that's saw somebody there. Hold on a second. These are brand new, so they're a little bit on the sticky side. So we're looking for Webster. Let me clean this up. What was that? Oh, my daughter. I think she took my scissors because she said she was punishing me because I lost something that she loaned me. So she said, "All right, well, I don't have my scissors because I think she hit them on me." All right, so I can't clean that guy up. Who did I say? Webster. Daniel Webster. I don't know if it's going to be Daniel Webster, but it could be Daniel Webster. Who knows? Got all the players here, and this is a little bit of a drag, especially when you haven't used them and they don't have that. Bill North. I know Bill North played with them. Chicago. He's not on the team right now. Juan Pizarro. That's funny. All right, so Webster's not there. I'm wondering if I actually, if Webster was traded to another team, he wouldn't be around. If Webster, let's see what else I got. What would be? All right, there's a couple more here. Larry Gura's with the team. So I may not, maybe I did not print out that one sheet with Webster on it. That's, oh, there it is, Ramon Webster. So here comes Webster. And all right, here's a pitch from Frizella. Runners on first and third. Oh, it's a 1. We may get a wild pitch. Say 49. Frizella is an F. Let's see. Frizella is an F. 49 says wild pitch F, and it's a wild pitch. That's going to allow a run to score. So he scores on a wild pitch. And Frizella picks up a wild pitch. That's 2 for the Mets today. Moving to second is Hickman. I think that run's going to go. It's going to be an earned run charged to Tom Terrific, I believe. I don't know, but the PC game will decide. I'm not sure. And here's the pitch. That's an 84, and that is a 3. That's grounded to the third baseman. Fires to first in time, and that retires the side. But the Cubs pick up 1 run on 1 hit, a walk, and a couple wild pitches. And we go top of the 9th. Don Clendenin. Phil Regan's out. Let's see who we're going to do here. Hold on, it's going to take a second. 4. Okay. And a single, a walk, 2-run double, and then a ground ball to the first baseman. Let's see, that's ground ball to the first baseman, 3 unassisted. There we go. All right. Who's going to pitch? We're going to bring in Newman. Hello, Newman. Let's see. Newman's coming in. He's going to pitch to lefty with 2 righties. Actually, you know what? Let's bring in a guy named Tompkins, excuse me. I'm going to bring in Tompkins, see if we can find him. Oh, there he is. That's quick enough. All right. Tompkins is coming in. He was 0-2 with a 4.08 ERA in 35 games. He's going to face Don Clendenin. And here's the pitch to Don Clendenin. Clendenin batting from the right side. He's 2 for 3 today with a walk. He's doubled RR has an RBI single, struck out and walked. The pitch from Tompkins, and that's a 45 and a 6, and that is a ground ball to the shortstop, Kessinger, over to first. One away. Bob Aspromonte. Aspromonte's 2 for 4. That's a 47 and a 9, and that is a fly to center. Over is James, and squeeze it for the out. 2 down. And here's Duffy Dyer. Duffy Dyer's 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. That's a 26 and an 8, and that is strike 3, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. Mets lead it by a score of 7-4. Here in the bottom of the ninth, Danny Frizella is going to get Cannizzaro, James, and Kessinger. All right, let's see. Here's the pitch from Frizella to Cannizzaro. Cannizzaro's 0 for 3, and he's going to be 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Another strikeout. That's his second strikeout of the game. Here comes James. Let's see. James came in the 7th. Yeah, James actually singled in his first at bat. And he's up again. Cleo James. That's a 68. Strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Danny Frizella. Looking good. And the Cubs are down to the last out, 7-4 Mets. There's the pitch, and that's a 0-6. That's going to be line base hit. Left center field. Don Kessinger strokes one to the opposite, slaps one to the opposite field. It's a switch hitter batting from the right side. And it's Glenn Becker with 2 outs and a runner on. And that is a 68. Strike 3, and the ball game is over. No runs, 1 hit. Danny Frizella strikes out the side in the bottom of the ninth. Frizella is going to pick up a save. Yes, sir. He does pick up a save. Seaver is going to get the win. And Seaver ends up giving up 4 runs, 4 earned runs. No hit by pitch. Batters faced. Seaver went 27 and 431. And 6-7. Strikeouts, 3 strikeouts, a walk, no runs, 1 hit, 2 hits actually. Oh no, no hits, 1 hit, excuse me. 1 hit, and he went 1.2. So the Mets are going to pick up a win. They're going to improve their record to see. Let's see what they improve their record to. Mets improve their record to 57 and 37. Holy smokes. They came from 3 runs down. Came back to win it by a score of 7-4. And Tom Seaver is going to pick up, I can't tell you, I think it's his 12th victory of the season. That's going to make him 12 and 3, I believe. And in actuality, he was 11 and 7. His ERA is going to go up a tad from 280 maybe to 285, 287, 290, something like that. But he'll bring that back down for sure. He struggled a little bit in that first inning. Every so often he has 1 bad inning, and that messes up his ERA. So that's about it. Tom Seaver wins another one. We are headed to his 23rd start of the season. And the Mets are doing pretty well, so that's nice to see. I don't know how because they don't have much of a team, but they're just winning. Just keep on winning. So this is CP Cards and Dice saying thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed our presentation of the 71 Seaver season, which is basically probably Tom Seaver's best season ever. And yes, sir. So Mets win it, 7-4. I didn't do the line score. Let me see, 7-4. The Mets had 3-4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 hits and no errors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so the Mets with 7 runs, 12 hits, no errors. Cubs, 4 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. Final score: Mets 4, Mets 7, Cubs 4. And I will see you soon. CP Cards and Dice, Cards and Dice TV. Adios.